Yo, what is up, guys? Gonna be playing some twos for today. But as you can see, I'm using the Fennec, gonna be trying it out, and I'm using standard boost as well. I've been trying to mess with not using alpha boost as much. I think like lately especially I've been in a mood where I don't want to use alpha boost. I'm not sure why that is, but I guess a little bit of placebo. And also let me know if the quality of the video is good, because I'm messing with some settings and it should look a little bit better if I'm not mistaken. So take a look to see if it looks better than last video, because I know last video might have had a little bit of an error in there because I was transferring all my settings from one hard drive to another, and I think there was a little bit of a mistake in there. So this should look a lot better. Let me know down below, and let's get into the games for today, see if we can get some dubs. Let's see how it goes. Alright, for the first game we got Mailto and Taco against just like a face emoji, I guess. I'm not sure who this is on our team, but it's probably just someone with their name changed, I guess. Someone pretty decent. It's pretty quick queue. Get my time here, get a free control. Alright, pretty early challenge from him. I always like to say this, but it's really good to get an idea of how your opponents are playing, like what their tendencies seem to be in the first little bit of a game. We're seeing a lot of very aggressive challenges. You saw there the second man, which is the last man in the situation because we're playing twos, jumped for something that's a little bit risky, and it didn't get a touch that was meant to control or stall. And if you're jumping as last man like that in a risky situation, your goal needs to always be to stall or to control the game, right? It's a good attempt. Amount of boost I had, got a really powerful shot. I'm not gonna be able to double, but good attempt at it as well. Create some danger. I go for a bump one more on this guy. He respawns. Nice. Good shot from my teammate. He's playing well. Good demo attempt there, but didn't get it. Didn't land the second one. Gonna wait. He's going for the boost, so he showed us early he's going for the boost. I can go for a shot. Maybe a goal. My eyes are just locked on the guy that's playing the cheat, right? I'm watching where Mailto's going. Instantly flips for the boost, so committing away from the net. There's a small opening there where you can shoot fast enough to get a goal. Obviously, it's difficult to get the shot, but if you have an angle to get a powerful enough shot, 100% you should go for it. I gotta go straight back here. It's a good demo. Going for a Spanish kickoff. You got double demo. Well played. To me, that shows some like, what's the right word? They're desperate, basically. If you're going for Spanish this early in the game, I feel like that usually means you're pretty desperate for goals. Which I like. It's a good thing for us. I wanted to get that boost, would have completed the play to be exactly how I wanted, but fine, should be okay still. Take some pads here. I try to position opposite where my teammate is. Ball's most likely going to come to the side. This boost is going to come back just nice. Played around one. I'm going to fake. Wanted to fake the flick. He went high. It usually makes him go high, and it usually means you can pick you low. But he actually did a really good job. Try to position. Help him out here. It's fine. I had a stall for him now, so I'm last man. This is what I was talking about. My play should be to stall for him to get back, and he's mostly back here, which means I can go. I'm gonna fake this once. Take this boost before I leave. This guy's gonna want to go for it. I can kill him. Missed the boost. I'm like barely missing boost. Go for a bump though again. What? I got bumped. Still got the boost though, which is good. It's fine. Gonna wait. Again, we're last man. Understanding like your role and what you have to do. I'm first man here, so I can kind of go for wherever I want. I can go as risky as I want. I can go for a hit off the back wall. I can go for a hit. That's a straight up shot attempt, right? I have a lot of options as first man. That's kind of the beauty as first man, is you don't have to feel that my teammate went a second man for like a challenge, thinking that he'd get the shot, which is fine. That's his judgment in that moment, right? I mean, my first man play, and then as first man, you should have the freedom to do whatever you want, because your second man should be making a decision based off what you did. So there, I mean, you could have definitely shot, you could have scored. It's possible. You'd have to get a pretty good beat. But if he doesn't get the beat perfect, then it's going to be a goal against us. So his decision should have been to wait there, right? The first man position is just gonna rarely be the reason for a goal. I mean, it can be if you play it like completely incorrect, but it's rarely the reason for a goal going in. It's usually how the second man plays out the situation that's gonna lead to the goal or prevent the goal. The most valuable role, even in threes, the way the third man's gonna play helps either contain the play to keep pressure. I'm last here, so again, I don't want to full commit. My teammate's on the ball with air dribbling. If I full commit, both of our players are out of the game. That's just straight in. That's actually just unfortunate. But again, I am last man there. Like, he's obviously not trying to score this. He's obviously just going for a pinch, gets the perfect bounce and straight in. I'm last man there. I don't commit. I'm trying not to commit. He gets the absolute like perfect play, perfect bounces for him. But the same idea there. I'm last man. If I play that a little bit more passive on the ground, I could still be there, even though it's unfortunate. Sure, it is unfortunate, but even though it's unfortunate, I can still find a way to play that so that it's fine. Again, let's take a look. Probably the second man. I didn't see what happened. It's probably the second man that made a mistake. This is the first man. Yeah, the second man just pushed up in the corner for some reason. In that situation, you should have been rotated behind him already, chilling. But you see, that's the most important role by far. I'm gonna go for my teammate, and again, it shouldn't matter if I get beat. He should be able to jump for this very easily and get a touch. Yeah, exactly. It's always the second man that's gonna be having the most work on their plate for sure. I'm gonna try to bump for him, make my second man's job easier. I can just jump over him. He has a free ball now. And that's also the job of the first man, is to try to create opportunity for your second man to have an easier time, right? Got a stall touch here, one more, and then I'm waiting again because I'm last for a little bit longer, and I get a beat. Nice, and then see my teammate stalling it. Did a good job for me. I'll just go quick. I have a beat. Timing. I'm gonna fake that. I'm gonna go for this, make a panic. Then I'll go for a bump. Go for a bump the other guy. Nice. Solid stuff for my teammate. But you can see, like, if you rewind it, if you watch any video, you can click any video on my channel. Pay attention to the idea that the second man is like the heart of whether or not a goal goes in. And you'll see so many examples of that being true. And once you know that on offense too, you can try to take advantage of that. You can try to find ways to take advantage of that. Close. Might have had a good flick. I'll never know. Gonna fake. I wanted to see if he'd like completely freak out, but he actually, I think he was planning on just never flicking it the first time. Yeah. Good game there. I think there was a lot of good points I never really fully mentioned in the past properly. There's a lot of very good points to potentially learn from and take into your games going forward. I think any rank can take that into account. Understand if you're second man, you should be stalling for your first man to get back. If you're first man, you should be helping your second man have the easiest job possible. And you shouldn't, like, if you can rotate in a way where you're cutting the ball to help your second man or make them force a flick to help your second man, you should always be doing that. And it applies for threes the same way, except replace every time I say second man with third man. Every time you're last man in any way, you should be trying to stall for your team to help you out. Let your team get behind and you know, create layers of defense. You never really want to be full committing to a challenge as last man. I mean, sometimes in these games when playing ranked, I definitely do autopilot sometimes and make that mistake, but for the most part, if you can avoid it and if you can try to create the best opportunity to go for the ball every time if you're second man, that's what you should be trying to do. Like, put the situation into a way that will always benefit your team, right? Only go for the ball if your teammate's behind you. Never challenge if you have no assistance. Always let your teammate be your assistance, basically. It's the best way to put it in any mode, twos or threes. Obviously in ones, you play the mode completely different because you're always last man. But yeah, keep those things in mind. Let's get into the next game though. Last game we got the same teammate against Forky and TKO. Interesting. I haven't played Forky in a while. Forky, one of those mechanical players who is pretty good at being creative on the ball. I think that's his biggest strength. TKO, I'm not really too familiar with, to be honest. But playing with Forky, probably pretty solid. Played around him here. Took my time. Ah, that's a good dunk. Didn't really care about the wall touch around him. That's probably what I should have done. That's fine, we'll make that adjustment next time. But I hit over to the other side of the field. He's gonna have a pinch. Should be okay. My teammate actually left the net, but it's fine. Try to dodge the bump. Get bump again. Take my time here. That's a good attempt. Beat the first guy well. Take this boost. He's gonna have none here. There's really no play. V1v1. Should have a bump. Nice. Good job. It's a good time to take it from me. That was really well played. Like, good timing on that choice. This could be. I'll just go for a shot here, even though it's gonna be kind of awkward to get a good shot. I think it puts more pressure on them. This guy's gonna be looking for boost the whole time. It's good. I'm gonna go for bumps now. There's a solo play going on. And look how much pressure that cost on both of them. That's a good example of like a first man play. Second man has the ball, just going for bumps in the other two. First guy can't challenge at the correct timing, and then by the time my teammate flicks it away, second guy also can't go. That's just good support. He's gonna have a boom of some sort, looks like. Just wait. Waiting for that bump the whole time. I'm just taking my time on when to go for that. Should be okay as well. Nice. Good dunk. I'm gonna try to just get ahead, take a bump for a sec. Also, no matter what in Rocket League, like, there's a lot of like little rules you can try to teach yourself to follow. But you have to remember the game is very just about how well can you adapt, right? Every situation is going to be a little bit different, and how do I put this? Everything that you know, like it will definitely come into effect every game. Like those thoughts are very good to have, but they're not things that will be followed 100%, and you have to be ready to adapt. Especially playing some players that are more unpredictable than others, you have to be ready to play a little bit different than what you know. And that's a skill, a very, very valuable skill to have if you're able to do that. It's all about how good you are any understanding like the general fundamentals, but being willing to shift those at any given moment. Any given moment in a game. It's like the best way to explain what Rocket League is. I'm trying to let him come a little closer before I popped it, but I wanted to get a pop that was better for my teammate. But the touch looked a little bit awkward. I was like trying to really focus on how I can get a good hit for him. I'm gonna go for my teammate here. Force this. He actually doesn't have a flip, and it worked better because he doesn't have a flip. That was a mistake on my part still anyway, because I should have played the ball, right? I was playing his flip because I was a little bit late to the play. It's a mistake on my part. As a first man, I should be playing the ball and trying to get the play out of the opponent's hands, right? I didn't do that. I didn't do my part. Obviously, it was still savable, but the main mistake is on my end there. It's a good attempt. Thought I could catch a timing on the ground double. I'm gonna stay across. Nice. That was good positioning. Kind of autopiloted, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't feel like cheating on that. Obviously, I think cheating is good most of the time. You don't need to cheat, and that wouldn't have been a goal. I just made a mistake. And I'll show you guys next time as we kick off, if there is. If not, I'll just explain it. Good save, good patience. But autopilot and is a small thing, but it actually makes a big difference. So when you go back to grab this boost, you half flip. I turned upfield, and you should actually be turning toward your net. And if you turn toward your net, you'll be able to be there every single time. Good save. You have a touchback. Didn't have to hit this one more time. I'll let my teammate deal with it. Actually just missed. It's fine. It's gonna be really awkward. I'm gonna land back wall. Yeah, I'll deal with it. Free 1v1 now. Should be a goal. Nice. Beautiful play there. Good job for my teammate to be ready. So like, I did it again there. It's a bad example, but we're up so many goals, it doesn't really matter. I'll show you guys in replay quick, but I kind of like briefly explained it. If you're at this corner kickoff, I'll try to reset till I get it. Hold on. So this corner kickoff, for example, but my teammate's going, instead of going like this and turning upfield, right? So instead of doing this, turning upfield, you want to instead take that corner and always, if you're trying not to get scored on, if your main goal is not to get scored on, you're taking that and you're going toward net every time. Because it doesn't matter, even if they go for kickoff and the ball like it completely dies, like both cheaters or both kickoff takers like kill the ball and the cheater comes full speed and just blasts it like this as fast as he can, you'll make it. The timing of all that happening, you'll make it if you turn toward net right away. So have that in mind to turn toward net. But if you're down a few goals, say you're down 2 goals with, I don't know, what's a good example? You're down 2 goals with like 30 seconds left. I would instead turn upfield, because to me, it's more important at that point to get a goal and you're more likely to get an aggressive take on the kickoff. This is more so for 3s and 2s, because in 2s, most of the time, to be honest with you, you should be doing a cheat where you, you know, you're somewhat close to the ball, then you deal with it after and you can get like a power shot, right? But for 3s, it's more of a thing. If you're not cheating in 2s, then obviously this all applies. But if you're playing 3s and you're this person not going for the kickoff, almost every time if you're playing to, you know, to not get scored on, this is what you should be doing. And like, you could probably find so many RLCS replays of pros not doing this and getting scored on by a dead ball cheat, a dead ball into like a really fast close cheat that's just like shot really quick, right? So you got to make sure that you have that habit ingrained into your mind. And I think if you're up a lot of goals, it's whatever. You know, if you're playing ranked especially and you're up a lot of goals, whatever. But if you're in like RLCS, I still try to do the safe one if you're up even a lot of goals, because, you know, you can very easily get a comeback going from a few kickoff goals, right? So you don't want to give those up. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something today. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you guys are watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one of the video. Peace.